Hello traders, it's Tomek here from Nikos Trading Academy and welcome in my weekly forecast of indices, metals, also oil and Bitcoin. So first is DAX. As you see, our lines from last week are still there, and what we said last time that we would like to see breakouts. Or we will trade, of course, in this range or possible short continuation here to target the next support zone. As we see here, price reacted on the resistance and then simply broke it. Yes, went up, made for us possible long scenario here, but as you see, there was no 2 to 3 line breakout, so we didn't have entry here. Yes, you see, we draw the line on the tops and you see that there was no entry because we always wait for candle which is breaking our 2 to 3 line and closing above. Yeah, so in this case there was no entry. There was also no chance to jump into lower time frame trades. Yes, price just made a little bit bigger retracement, and right now we have situation that price is sliding or is breaking this line, and we will see that this line will come from the 4-hour chart 1 to 3. So after breakout, we can quickly go to lower time frames because we didn't have any setups on the classic chart on the 1-hour chart. So after breakout, we can always, for example, go to lower time frames like 5-minute or 15-minute, and then we can quickly we can easily check where we have our entries. And as you see on the 5-minute chart, we have retracement to the 12 only, but this was our first entry, this was our second, even also third one. Yes, and then price went higher. We also had the steep long 1 to 3 here, and then we had another 1 to 3. Yes, but only to the 12 because price was so volatile. If you want to trade on the 12, entry like always, stop loss below the 36. Give some room, give some space. Yes, for this 15-minute chart, probably there was nothing because this was quite a quite strong move. So on the 15-minute chart, we won't see any setups. But you see here, this is 15-minute chart. So here, if you want to take this is definitely too late to take it. Okay. Why it's too late? Because we already had this move, and the 15-minute chart is too far away. We can expect retracement from the higher time frames, like 1-hour chart or 4-hour chart. Yeah. So in this case, if we would like to still trade this, here we have to use 5-minute chart, 15-minute chart, and here we have to go to 5-minute or 1-minute chart and stay and pay attention to the entries on the lower time frames. Okay. So this is what we get if you trade on the higher time frame. Simply there was no option for you to jump in. So what we have right now, price reached 36 EMA. Here, let me, we can just leave the lines for now. We can just delete this and delete that. Okay. So what we have, maybe let's go quickly to weekly chart. And on the weekly, what we have on the weekly, it looks like a reaction around the support area here. So we might to see bigger retracement, but not even bigger retracement, but still continuation to the previous tops. Okay, and maybe new higher highs. But because this move was quite long, maybe this is only just the reaction on the lower time frames, and price will continue to go down again to the next, of course, possible levels. So those are our scenarios. We know that weekly chart is still pointing up. So when we go to the daily time frame, and we will see what price is making on the daily chart. So currently we are around the resistance area on the daily. You see here, this is our resistance. We also have here daily short 1 to 3. Okay, so price can continue to go down. Yes, and we'll see maybe move, and our target is of course first this low and then this low, and then if price continue to go, we will have of course next levels. Or price after this, daily will still continue to go up, and then this is our goal, the previous stop. Okay, so this is what we might to see. So we go to lower time frames, and what we have right now, we have this 4-hour chart 1 to 3, like we set on the lower time frames, and we also have this trend line here on the 4-hour chart. So basically we are a little bit squeezed right now between, we are between two levels, something like this. So basically for in right now we have only intraday trading combination. So you can say you can look for entries after breakout of this line here, and then we look for long entries. Our goal is to target resistance, and then in case of the breakout, of course, we have the previous stop. You can look for short entries here, and then your target is this trend line. And in case of the breakout of this trend line, you pay attention to this. Or you can look only for breakout of this line and only then look for entries here if it's too aggressive for you to trade here. Okay. Another way is it's still possible that price will reach this line. Yes. And then we will have a reaction. Yes. We'll have reaction and price might go again back to this zone. So those are scenarios which might happen. We have to be prepared for them. Right now we will wait. So the easiest way is to wait for breakout. But if we have some extreme scalpers here, what we can also do is that 1 hour chart is still pointing down, so we can draw our 2 to 3 line. We can draw. Oh, come on! Sorry for this. We can draw 2 to 3 line here. And if you like, I said this is extreme, but on the indices it's still okay because we have good targets. What we can do, we can, for example, go to 5-minute chart. And if you have this trend line breakout, you can also pay attention to short entries down here. Okay, so this is what we have here. Okay, so DAX like this. Okay, and we go to NASDAQ right now. NASDAQ, we see scenario from last week. We said that price might continue to go down or will react around the support and will continue to go up to this line or to the next resistance. And what price did went exactly to our resistance. Yes, and we see reactions. Like I said, lines are from last week. I've never touched those lines. Okay, so we see that our levels are quite strong. Yes, in the way how we do top-down approach. And we have, in this case, price reacted exactly around the resistance. Okay. So what happened here? We had this breakout here. This was trend line. Also here we didn't have setups on the 1 hour chart, but maybe on the lower time frames. But I also don't think so. Oh no, on the 15-minute chart we had like not easy to spot this, but only this we had on the 15-minute time frame, which is, like I said, not easy to spot. Entry here, stop loss. So this would be also good trade here. Yes. So we go to higher time frames to see what is going on here right now. And if you pay attention to daily chart, something is it's okay. Let me just check because I think the chart didn't refresh on the higher time frames. This is daily, and now we have weekly. Yes, now it's okay. So we see that price is reacting on the 12th. So usually what happened after reaction, you see reaction on the 12th, up move, reaction on the 12th, up move. Yes, reaction on the 12th, up move. Yes, but and this might be also the same reaction and the up move. But still, price is going for so long up that maybe at least we will get some bigger retracement on the weekly chart. Yes. But of course, we are before the end of the year. So I'm not pretty sure if we have this now. Maybe next year. Yes. Maybe in the new year, we'll have those retracements. Who knows? So now what we have, it's similar scenario to DAX because price reacted on the daily levels and went up, reached the resistance. And of course, we have another resistance here. Right now, we can draw another trend line, which is here on the daily chart. Yes, we have 3 touches. So we have this line right now. So we go to lower time frames and let's see what we can do. So lower time frames, we have this 2 to 3 line here, which is not broken. And basically, I would say that we can look for same scenario. The one issue here is that if price breaks this line here, we have still this resistance. And what can price do? If price would like to continue to go up, it will go up without any problems. But there is also chance that we will have the reaction here and then we'll get bounce and maybe bigger retracement. So we have to pay attention to this level when price breaks our 2 to 3 line. If we go to 1 hour chart, we will see that that our line, price exactly reached this area. Okay, so more or less like DAX, we can look for breakout here and look for entries on the lower time frames. Target this can be good target, or we wait for breakout of this and then we target this area, or aggressive and extreme trading. Yes, we wait for breakout of this line and we look for short entries and we target this zone here. Okay, so this is what we have on NASDAQ. And let's go and look for US 30. And US 30, our scenario from last week, we said about breakouts, yes, and price broke this top. And again, did we have anything? If you don't have something on the classic charts, you can always switch to Renko charts and look for entries there. Here you see 5-minute chart, nothing, just straightforward up move. So there was nothing. 15-minute also, we won't get anything. Only here if we like this scenario, but you see this a little bit too late, and this was your goal, this trend line. Okay, so if you jump in, entry here, stop loss below around 18,000 points, 1-to-1 was reachable, so it was okay to try. Yes, because we said that when price broke this range, our target is of course this trend line. This trend line was broken, so it's okay. But generally, if you decide to take trade here, remember about the line, because right now we know that price broke it. But when we have the setup and we see only this part, and we know that this trend line is important, we have to pay attention to this. Yes, because we never know. Yes, if price reacts or not. In this case, there was small reaction, but price continued to go up. Yeah, so only this 15-minute, maybe combinations with lower time frames, all Renko charts. On the Renko charts, you will get more often one to threes than on the classic charts. Okay, but I make the classic charts approach simply to understand better price movement, because I don't know why, but for me it's much better to understand price action and general move on the classic charts than on the Renko charts. So when I trade indices, I always use classic charts as a filter where we are, and then I start to look for entries on the Renko charts. Yeah. So what we have now on the US 30, in this case, we can easily see that price reacted around this 36 support and it's pushing up. Where is our next target? Is of course on the previous top. We can, delete this. It's not unnecessary now. Pushing up. So we don't need, it's pushing up. Okay, we go to daily chart. Also, price broke the 36 CMA, broke this trend line here. So right now, any retracement also broke resistance, which was here. Yes, so everything was broken. So for us, right now is information is easy. This is our 4-hour chart trend line. Any retracement right now is to just to buy. Okay. Lower time frames, because you see you don't have much room, so lower time frames. 4-hour chart retracement, you buy. 1-hour chart retracement, you also buy. Scalpers, intraday traders, let's see, this is one line which we have. Can we connect more spikes? This is exactly same line, and if we draw this line, this will be exactly the same line. Yeah, so whatever line you will draw, this is with the 3 touches here. Yeah, so we can just draw it like this. We have 1, 2, 3. Okay, but it really doesn't matter from which angle we'll draw it. Also here, retracement, you look for buy. Bigger retracement, you look for buy. Okay, so this is US 30. We go to silver now, and silver on the support still. Yes, price was struggling. We see the spike right now. Weekly chart, we know where we are around the really strong support. Previously, we had big moves after reaching this level. So again, if price breaks the previous low, there is a chance that price will continue to drop even to this level. Okay, or even lower, maybe even here. Who knows? But definitely there will be room to go to this, because this is really important and significant area. If you pay attention, yes, this is really strong. Okay, so we have to, we need to pay attention to this. But right now, it's not so obvious that that the price will go down. Maybe we'll still get this up move to this level, and then we'll see range like that. Anyway, we go to lower time frames to see how we can trade this. And silver, you see it's spiking on the support. So still we can think about long buy entries against main direction. We would like to target daily 36 EMA, and then we can look to target this trend line. Okay, if we think to trade against main direction. If we think to trade with the main direction, still short entries, and our goal is the next support zone. So if we pay attention to lower time frames, what we will see, we have this trend line right now. This with you see how many spikes we have, how many touches we have. So right now we can look for short entries, like I said, but you have to combine this with lower time frames. So wait for the 2 to 3 line breakout. If we go to lower time frames, wait for this line breakout. We can draw it like this. And whenever price breaks this, you switch to 5-minute, 15-minute, 1-minute chart and start to look to sell. And if we decide to look for trades against main direction, it's better to wait for at least this trend line breakout and then look for long entries. Yes, then you look for long entries, and your goal is, of course, daily 36 EMA together with this levels. There is also chance, but right now I'm difficult to say, because this trend line was not retested previously. We can draw the line from the tops. So, but there is a chance that price might reach this line and still make bounce and reaction. Okay, so also if you see that price is reacting, you can look for lower time frame entries, 5-minute, 1-minute, 5-minute, 15-minute chart, just to take some opportunities. Because what can happen, price might retrace to the trend line, maybe will go down, will create higher low, and then we'll make this. Yeah, so if you have good enough move here, you can still make some profits on the 5-minute, 15-minute, or 1-minute chart. Yes, maybe even double bottom. Yes, and then of course there is also chance that price will just go here and continue to go down to this level. We never know. We have to get used to this. So that's why we plan how we would like to trade. Okay, this is really important. Gold is in the range. I'm not a great fan of gold at all. So for me, it's not tradable. You see, it's still the same. Nothing really changed. Some intraday trades, maybe, if you like, if you have some, if you have some volatility. But right now, to be honest, if you really would like to trade this, I would say at least wait for breakout of this level and this level, okay? And then look for the momentum and try to buy it and try to sell it. But the situation is that if you try to buy it, what you can target is the next resistance on the daily. But it's better to stay away. If you have to think too much, or we don't have clean direction, or don't have clean situation, like on silver, for example, where what's obvious what we can do, it's better to stay away. Yes, even if we are right at some point, the price action is not so nice for us to trade. Here, if you take short entries, your target is this. Yes, so there was a chance last week to look for short entries, and there were some entries on the Renko chart, because some of our students took it, and there was option here, yes, to look for entries here, to look for short entries and target this. And also there were entries here, and this should be profitable. I think first target was hit somewhere around this level, and then price went up. Yes, but if you go to 15 minutes, I will show here. If you go to 15 minute, this is good example. I don't have Renko, so I won't show you. So you need to believe me, or you can check by yourself. You can try to check M6 or M12 settings. But here, you had, you see, classic charts looks more or less like this, and on the Renko chart we had something like this. Okay, so that's why you can combine, and here I think this was positive because the target I think was here. So you can check by yourself Renko chart here, and you will see that there was nice, good looking 1 to 3 to jump into this trade. Okay. So this was only chance, yes, for us. Even this 1 hour chart was okay. Yes, even this 1 hour was okay. But like I said, entry here, stop loss above. But I don't want to trade gold simple, because there is a really unclear situation on the daily. On the 4 hour chart was not so clear. So that's why even if we have good setups, we have less chances that they will be successful. Okay, if the higher time frames are not in our favor, there we have less chance. Yes, because we always have to remember that the momentum and volatility comes from the daily and weekly. Yeah, so if they are clean, then we have better chances to get the good trades on the lower time frames. Now we go to oil, and oil. This is what we said last time, breakout. Yes, so on the 1 hour chart, we had option to jump in here. I'm not so sure if our stop loss would be kicked out, but probably yes, because 20 points. If yes, okay, losing trade because price didn't hit our target. If not, if your stop loss is bigger, then it's okay. This was good trade to take. Of course, this was against main direction, but we said, okay, if we have retracement, we might get retracement to the 36 and to this trend line. So basically, this was good trade to take against. But here you had 15 minute 1 to 3 and the 5 minute 1 to 3. Yes, if you pay attention here, 15 minute, yes, entry stop loss. So in this case, it would be winning trade, and same story on the 5 minute. Let me just, sorry for this. Let me just 15 minute. Let's try to find this. And we go to 5 minute chart. No, on the 5 minute we didn't get, yes, because on the 5 minute price started to range, yes. So we didn't have only 15 minute. Later on you had another one, but it's a little bit too late. But it was still okay, around 10 points. You see, first target would be hit fast, and then if you hold this position still, you can get maximum 16, but it's still not much, but there was something. Okay, so we had these options. So what we have right now on oil is retracing. Of course, we know that we are still pointing up on the weekly chart, so there is still chance that we will have continuation to the resistance. Yeah, there is still chance from the weekly weekly time frame perspective. You see spike on the 36, spike here, possible continuation. So what we have is possible short scenario. So maybe before this continuation, price will still stay in this zone here. Okay, so we can have situation that price will just break this and will continue to go down again to this, or maybe lower, and then we will have situation that simply maybe we will be in this range, something like this, yes, and then we will have breakout and continuation, yes, or a little bit deeper range, yes, something like this, that we will be between this. We don't know. This is still chance that price will do this, even if weekly is pointing, is making long 1 to 3. Sometimes simply weekly is ranging here, and on the lower time frames, like daily 4 hour chart, we have nice trends to to trade. Okay, so right now, if you still want to trade against main direction, it's possible because price is making for us 4-hour chart 1 to 3. Okay, so it's still possible. 4-hour chart, if you like, you can jump in here. It's around 25 points stop loss, and your goal is 30, 40. It will be aggressive because our 36 is around 20 points, so it's still closer than the trend line. But if we have a breakout right now, your goal might be 4 times bigger. Okay, so this is what we have. So for our chart or lower time frame entries right now, if we have 1-hour chart 1 to 3, this is also okay to take this trade. If we don't want to trade against main direction, simply what we have to do, wait for breakout of this trend line, and then we look for short entries and we try to target the previous low. And the last is Bitcoin. And Bitcoin, we said last time about the retracement. Retracement happened. Yes, retracement happened here because we didn't know previously how to draw the 2 to 3 line. Right now, after this, our 2 to 3 line is like that. Entry on the 4-hour chart, stop loss above, and now we have to wait. Of course, nothing really changed from the higher time frames. Weekly is still around the 36, but can continue. If we have continuation, this might be the next level, and this one is the next. Daily is still below the daily 36 EMA and below the trend line. So our option is to sell. If price breaks this trend line, then we pay attention to buy. Okay, we have resistance here, but this resistance can be broken together with the trend line. So it's not, for me, it's not relevant. Next resistance is up here. Okay, so if price breaks this is your next goal. In case of the breakout of this is your next goal here. Okay, so this is what we have on Bitcoin. We don't go to lower time frames because spread is too big, so we cannot trade this on the 5 or 15 minute. I'm not so sure even if on the 1-hour chart, but if you trade on the 1-hour chart, if you have 1 to 3 here after breakout of this, you can still sell. And if you really trade on the lower time frames here, this is what you can do. Yes, we have situation. Let me just delete this and we'll just put this. Okay, so we have this range right now. So if you really trade on the lower time frames, after breakout of the lows, you can look for short entries, and when the price decide to go up and will break the 36 EMA, you can also pay attention to buy entries and target this trend line. Okay, so guys, thanks for watching this video. This was my last forecast in this year for indices. So it was really nice to be here with you all this year. Of course, we will continue in the 2022 without doubt, but we will wait like 1 or 2 weeks in the January first to wait for market to move. So wait patiently for our forecasts. Of course, we will have some new things in the upcoming year, and we also make some extra workshop about the swing trading probably. So of course I will keep you updated about everything. In the meanwhile, I would like to wish you all great Christmas time or holiday period, depends where you live, and of course Happy New Year. Take your time, just spend this time with your families. Just rest, don't look for the charts. This is the time where we can just rest, gather some thoughts, build some conclusions, and in the January we can again start with the full power, with the new goals, with the new trading plans, with some updates, and slowly go forward with our trading. So thanks a lot for watching this video. Of course, like always, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me, and hear you soon. Bye.